Hey Summary, this is Tristan with Big Picture SEO. We spoke on the phone earlier today and I told you I was going to shoot you over a video showing you a couple different ways you can boost your online presence, and this is that video. I don't want to take up a lot of your time with this, so I'm just going to get straight into it. Now the very most important thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get your website secured, and the way you do that is you go out and you get yourself an SSL certificate, and then you go to the web post that you have. If you scroll down, maybe it'll say, but if it doesn't, I'm referring to things like GoDaddy and Wix and whatnot where you built your website. Um, so I guess this you got this website built by somebody. So I mean, you're gonna have to contact them and get them to get you an SSL, or you're gonna have to do it yourself and figure out where they built the website at. Um, but otherwise, everything I'm about to tell you is gonna be totally rendered useless, and you're not gonna be able to rank because Google sees that your website is not secure. Anyway, I put your website into this tool that I like to use. It's called Ahrefs. It shows me websites analytics, and I'm gonna explain what all of this means throughout the video, but we're just gonna stick with traffic and keywords for now. So traffic is just the number of people that come to your website a month, and then keywords are gonna be the words and phrases that when Google indexes your site, they deem you want to be ranking for. So I'll just go in and I'll show you the things that you're already ranking for. So cabinet refinishing Cincinnati has a search volume of 80, and you're in the 41st position, which means you're on the fourth page of Google. Whenever you search up that term, you'll be about the 41st website that pops up organically. And this was updated 2 days ago, so you're probably still around the same spot. But this is a good keyword here. It's very buyer intent. You're going to want to stay buyer intent and location oriented, which is both of these here, because obviously when people are looking up things specific, they're going to be directed to your website first. You have professional interior painter Cincinnati, exterior painter Cincinnati, painting contractors in Cincinnati, Ohio. Stomp brush texture, I'm not sure what this is, but this could be national. Interior painter Cincinnati, interior painting Cincinnati. So you definitely want to add things in there like painting Cincinnati, painters in Cincinnati. And I actually pulled up your number one competitor when it comes to organically ranking. And I do know that 360 Painting is a national company, but that's nothing to be worried about because I put in the path exactly. So this is exclusively for his Cincinnati ranking. He's getting 231 people a month on his website, and we can go in and we can see exactly where that traffic is coming from. So Cincinnati Painting, like I said, you're going to want to rank for something like that because that has a search volume of 400. He's in the third position, so they get 50 people a month on the website from that. Cincinnati Painters, another 400. They're in the fourth position, so they get 40 people a month from that. Painter Cincinnati, another 400. Fifth position, so they get 31 people a month from that, and we can keep going down. And you can see they stay exclusively, buyer intent and location oriented. There's nothing different in there. They have their company name in there, but it's only being searched 150 times, and this is going to be a national keyword as well. And then Cincinnati 360, Cincinnati painting contractors, that only has a 10 search volume, so that's not really worth it unless you're trying to rank a picture or something. But I was just showing you a few good examples of things you would want to rank for. But going back to your website, the way that you're going to be able to boost yourself up position-wise is by bringing more power to your website. And you do that with backlinks. And a backlink is just a link on a website that refers back to you. So for example, if I could click this, prontopainting.net, and it took me back to your website, that would be a backlink. And you only have one referring domain, which is a website that has a website that has your link within it. So we can go in and we can see which website that is, and you're only in microlinkinc.com, and we can see the backlink that they are giving you, how much power it's giving you. So here it says parentpainting.com, parents painting, and I'm not sure if that's supposed to be misspelled like that. Maybe it's a last name, Premier Commercial Painting. So microlinkinc.com. This is a no follow also, which means it's not even sending any power to you. So this is rendered totally useless anyway. So definitely you're gonna have to go out and get yourself some more backlinks. I think this guy had about 115 it was, and that would be or only 24. So beating this guy out is going to be really easy organically for you. But I'm not saying go and purchase 500 random links from a random website, because at the end of the day, if they're not relevant to what you do, which whenever you're purchasing a lot from random people is what that's going to be. It could just be a backlink from like a Pizza Hut, for example. When Google indexes that, they're going to see, oh, Pizza Hut is linking back to a painting company. That doesn't really make much sense. It's not relevant. We're not going to transfer the power. So you're always going to want to stay relevant in your industry and to what you do whenever you're getting backlinks. And also things like guest posting. which is going to really help you in terms of this because he has a high domain rating, high power rating here. And a guest post is just when you go onto a website and they'll let you pay. It's usually $5 to like $20, but it can be upwards of $100 and even more depending on how much power they send back. But you pay to just get your domain listed and a link going back to you, and that just brings you some power. And then other things like blogs, you would definitely need blogs to try and help beat this guy out, because whenever you post blogs within other pages in Google, Google sees that as you giving value out to the internet without asking for anything in return, and they love good Samaritans and good. You have to link back obviously to yourself, but they like good Samaritans. It's gold in their eyes. It'll help you a lot. And then things like influential links being posted within a news article online and linking back to yourself. That's all it is. You just need to get some more power and more authority linking back to your website rather than just I can't remember what it was now, microlinking. And then the last thing I want to talk to you about is going to be citations. And a citation has a lot to do with the map pack listing. And the map pack is very important because, you know, whenever you're ranking high in this is where companies are going to be getting the majority of their phone calls from. So like when you're looking up Painting Cincinnati on your phone, instead of a website button here, it'll be a click to call button. And, you know, like I said, that's where they're getting their phones. And a citation is just your business's name, address, and phone number. And you're going to list those throughout the web instead of directories. And a directory is just things like Easy Local, Kev's Best, 3 Best Rated, Local Database, and other websites like that. There's literally hundreds out there, so I would definitely go and get listed in those. Worst case scenario, you know, nobody calls you or anything, but there's pretty much no downside because even if you don't start ranking, if you only put yourself in 10 directories, say, you still have 10 more options for outreach, and you could get a couple more clients from that a month. And we can go in real quick and I can show you what backlinks these guys have. So it's going to be things like, oh, here, meet the owner, interior painting services. This is a weird link, so it's going to be from themselves. They got one from themselves. Because they have a high domain rating, they can kind of do this, but they got the builder market. John Mearness, I'm not sure what this is. Probably a little, yeah, this is going to be a guest post here. Advanced site status, 360 Painting of Cincinnati. So they got their own, they have their own links back to themselves since they have such a high domain rating. That's not really a privilege that you're going to have until you get yours up. But if we kept going, you know, we can see all the links that they have. So I would definitely focus on getting guest posts and influential links if I were you, and trying to get some blogs out there to bring yourself some more credibility and authenticity in Google's eyes. And that's pretty much the basics to ranking. One more thing, another way that you're obviously going to be able to be found for keywords is by adding to your content on your website. So you could change things like your headers, you know, it could be like, welcome to the best Cincinnati painters, or best painters Cincinnati has to offer. And then, you know, painters Cincinnati, that was a keyword there. If we come back in here, painters Cincinnati is going to be, that's another 400 people you're outreaching to. And so you just got to be creative in the way that you write your content and the way that you put it. And I hope that this video was helpful for you. I do offer these services, so if this is something you feel like you might be interested in, feel free to reach back out to me. My number is 812-827-3138. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and thank you for your time.